Lastly, we are going to learn how to put some transitions into our iMovie, and then I'm just going to show you a couple tricks. If you have enough time, this is not something you get stuck on, but if you have enough time, you could consider putting these in. Okay, so transitions. Right here, when I play this, it helped by putting in the ouch, but another thing I could have done is put in a transition. So if I click on this thing to the right of the T, I kind of think it looks like an envelope. If I click on it, my transitions are going to pop up, I hope. Oh, I got the spinny ball. Okay, here they come. Okay, so you're going to put, and then they went away. Here they come. Okay, you're going to put your transitions in between your video and your text, wherever there's this space here. So maybe at the end of my video, I want to fade to black. So I just take it, I drag it in. Okay, and see, now I have this little square, so click on it here, push the space bar and play it. Okay, that was fading to black. If I'm like, oh, I really didn't like that one, you just click on it like everything else and delete it. But it's up to you. There's lots of different ones here that are pretty cool. You can choose what you would like to do. So if I want to do this mosaic one, I'm going to take it, I'm going to drag it up in here between my ouch and Jacob. So I click wherever I want to. Okay, that's what it was. So that's just how you put, that's what it was, and that's how you put transitions in. Pretty easy to do. Once again, I went to this one that I think looks like an envelope to the right of the T. Now just a couple tips and tricks. You can choose to do these if you want to, if you have time. One thing I can do if I wanted to is I could change, now remember I have the yellow around it, I could change this to black and white. So I go to my gear shift, I go to video adjustments, and we have exposure, brightness, contrast, saturation. If I take that exposure down, that does something a little different there. If I take my brightness down, that's what it does. If I take my contrast down, that's what happens. And if I take my saturation down, this will take us to black and white. It'll make it look like that. And then I just click done. If you don't like it, and see if you, oops, I don't know what happened there. If you notice, it's still in color here, but on the right, it's black and white. Okay? I don't think I really liked that, so I'm going to go to video adjustments, and I'm going to take it back. And what I like is they have the line where it originally was at. So if I pull it back there, click done. I'm good to go. Okay, and then one other thing that I could do is if I'm on my clip and I go to slow motion or fast forward, I can slow it down or speed it up. So 50%, I click on it. That wasn't that slow. So I could try it again, clip, slow motion, 10%. Let's try 10% and see what happens. You see how much longer it got there? That might be a little too much, but we'll see. Okay, so that really slowed it down, and I could do that. And if you notice, I have the turtle here. So that says it indicates that it's in slow motion. If I went to clip adjustments, I think I could change it to down to like 6 seconds. Let's try that and see what happens. Yep, and it shortened it for us, so as you see, it's not as long. Okay. And then the other trick is the opposite, would be fast forward. So I'm clicking on this one. I have the yellow around it. I'm going to go to clip and fast forward 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, 20 times. You play with them. So 8 times. See what happens. Okay, I couldn't even see that, so I probably don't want to do that. But if I click on it, there's an undo. I can go to edit and undo change speed, and it'll put it back to normal if I would like to do it that way. So that shows you how you put in transitions. You can put in transitions in between each clip if you would like to. I just put it in one to show you how it was done. Shows you how to make your video black and white. Also shows how to slow something down and how to speed something up. So let's watch the whole video and see how it goes. If I push the play button, it'll go full. Okay, a couple things that I didn't like. Number one, my music didn't keep going. So I'm going to go to the music, click on it, and everything is going extremely slowly. Okay, and I'm just going to click on another one and drag it over. They're going to be kind of touching next to each other. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so move it over. There we go. So they're right next to each other. Another thing was at the very end here, it's like a little too long. So I'm just going to clip it like that. Okay, so let me start over here and see how it happens. Okay, so this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to take this whole clip that I want to shorten a little bit. I'm going to delete it. And now I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to decide where it is that I want to start at and where I want to end at. So I'm dragging it down at the bottom here. Okay, still dragging. Oh, that makes me a little... Right about there. Okay, and then where do I want to end? I don't want that whole thing, so maybe right about... I want Darla to be over there. So right about there. I'm going to take it and drag it back in. Okay. Now, if you look, I think it'll be okay. So that is how we make an iMovie. I hope you guys do an excellent job for your character counts assembly.